So it's a pretty sturdy little tent. I've used this now for years. I've got the orange fly sheet, which always looks nice, especially when there's a bit of snow or ice on the ground. It's obviously not very inconspicuous, as opposed to this much more subtle kind of olive green colour. Obviously blends into the mountains and the landscape a lot better. But I've got all the guy out points used bar one, which is just above the door here. I can just double up on the pegs for the footprint and do that. We'll see how the wind kind of develops as the evening goes on, because it is forecast to increase later on. But yeah, it's well made. They do a 2-person version of this, but I love the access. It looks tiny, doesn't it? But I've mentioned previously that it's really deceptive. It's deceptively large because the walls are so steep in there. So for me, 6 foot, dead on, 182 centimetres, I can sit up in there with ease, really comfortable, and it's a nice, pleasant place in which to spend an evening, or multiple evenings. It's got really high bathtub floor in it, and it's nice and warm with that solid inner. It's designed as a 4-season tent, albeit the kind of the US interpretation of a 4-season. I would describe it as a 3+. Is there such a category? But I think there is, personally. The great old season debate. But yeah, it's a nice tent. Really simple to pitch, easy, doesn't take up much pack size, and nice and lightweight as well, especially with those carbon poles. The weather, well, that little bit of sunlight seems to be fading away to the south. We look across to the west coast, looking north and then east, kind of ominous cloud building there. This is a lovely valley, very, very nice, and I've spied, if that's your bag, looks to be quite a few pools there if you're into your wild swimming. I'm not. Wouldn't like to terrify anyone with that footage. Would definitely have to stay off YouTube. But I think it's about time to start thinking about evening meal. 6:15. Even though it's summer, we just not long come out of a really warm period here in the UK. Summer weather in summer. This is unseasonably cool, so I'm going to get back to the warmth of the tent, and we'll get that Turmat meal, get some water boiled up, get that down us. That's what I mean about the walls. I'll just take the buff down. Pretty much vertical. I've got loads of space above my head, loads of clearance. Yeah, what a lovely place to sit and look out. All I can hear is the wind in the grass, and the call of some distant ravens just on the crags and the outcrops. So yeah, we will, if we can find it. There we go. Get our evening meal cooked up. So that is it. Pretty much cook kit for this one. All self-contained. The lid does stay on, but I like to just belt and braces it. I don't want the contents coming out of my pack. The newer version of this kettle has this, and all that does is let you hang the lid either way on the side with that little latch there, so it's a handy feature. I always just keep a bit of cloth, a bit of a cut up scourer for cleaning a fire steel in the event the igniter fails, otherwise we'd be snookered. A bit of a fold out support for the gas, and the stove of choice on this one, the Windmaster. I've got loads of stoves, bought this myself. Most of my kit I have got myself. I think when your output starts dropping on YouTube, the old brands and what have you aren't as keen to, you know, reach out, which is fine. That is the world we live in. But yeah, I can't do that one-handed. We'll get the stove out, get it set up and onto the gas, and we'll get it fired up. Measuring lines stamped into it. So this stove, I've had it years. It's a bit of a stalwart in my collection, and it's great in windy weather, hence its name. See if it lights first time. No. Second time. Here's what it is. That looks so nice. Eight minutes. Okay. So let that do its thing. Anyway, so we're on a collaboration between Thornbridge Brewery and Bunderbust. It's a lovely IPA, and we're going to get into it. I just use my cup as a beer holder for a bit of extra support there. It's 18.29, cracked open into that one. Lovely grapefruit aroma on that one, like really noticeable grapefruit. And that is a lovely, you know, you could just sit there and have about 7 of them. Absolutely goes down a treat. So that's that. This is just about going to be done. The lap scouse, or lap. People say it's a take on scouse meat, stew, beef. I don't know. Is it? Is that what scouse is in Scandinavian? Lap scouse. It's a generic kind of stew, isn't it? At the end of the day. So it's done its thing. Rehydrated nicely. It looks nice. Shall I show you? Shall I show you my bag of food? Look at that, there it is. That's what it looks like in there. Nice chunks of meat and beef and vegetables there. And so what we're going to do is quick mouthful, quick cheers, and then we'll eat it in peace. It does smell, it is so nice. People are put off by the price. They are pricey, but really nice. You just need to try it. Lovely. That's one of my favourite ones. It's just really, it tastes like a nice hearty home cooked stew. So to that end, as usual, we will eat it in peace without crunching down the microphone, and cheers to the great outdoors. Hopefully next time it's not this long. All the best. Well, I always get excited when the wind and the weather take a little bit of a turn for the worse. I love bad weather. I love extreme weather. This isn't extreme, obviously, but I do very much enjoy it. I always have. And yeah, if you look to the west, there is some moody looking cloud enveloping, well, it's just over there, the Helvellyn range. You know, the weather gets gradually better when you look south. I've had a look on the weather radar. There's a big swathe of cloudless sky across North Wales and Anglesey, where my family are at the moment. But yeah, that's been great. You know what? I felt the actual weight of the world lift off my shoulders. It's been just chaotic. Life really pressured at work. A lot of stuff on. The usual ups and downs with life. Yeah, it's been a tough couple of weeks, and then beyond that, a really tough few months. Very, very busy. I need a break. We all do. And the world's insane at the moment, isn't it? The country's gone mad. We're in a mess. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about politics, but what an absolute mess the country's in. So, yeah, an avoidable mess. But there you go, that's why we've got to come out to places like this. And I tell you what, you do, you know, I felt that disconnect. I always love nature and the outdoors. Hopefully that's apparent. But I haven't even been out on local walks. Just not at the time. And then you get home from work. By the time you've done everything you need to do, I'm just knackered. And that's it, you get into that rut. So I definitely seized this opportunity, packed the car up, and then, yeah, it's great. And it's like medicine, isn't it? It's just lets off a bit of pressure coming out doing this. I've just spent hours sitting in the tent looking at the views I love so much. I love this spot, and that's why I decided to come here today. Yeah, fantastic. Got a couple of beers left, a little mini Malbec. I'm going to be listening to some spooky tales from Deborah Hatswell about the creatures of the West Lancashire moors, and yeah, just enjoy myself. We'll see what the weather does, if anything exciting happens. I'll obviously bring the camera back outside the tent. But what a lovely spot. I think now more than ever it's just so important to escape outdoors, away from the utter insanity of things at the moment. Get your boots on, get your shoes on, whatever. Don't even have to spend, you know, anything significant. Just come out, even if it's local. The headspace it gives you is brilliant. We'll have to see how things go, won't we? But I definitely think they can only get better. But we'll see. We'll keep it positive, and the same in the comments if we can. But yeah, thanks to everyone that stayed loyal to the channel. Obviously the output's dropped. Just want to say a big thank you to everyone. As I'm approaching 10 years of MCM Outdoors, it'd be remiss of us not to do something. I've not spoken to Matt or Walshy about it. Again, they're just busy with life, just like us. But for me, there's just me, single parent, and yeah, that's why time is just so tight. So we'll have to try and do something, a nice giveaway, give something back to people that have been loyal. I know there's people that comment on the videos still now, almost 10 years later from when the channel started in August 2015, with the insane videos that we used to put out at the time. Still look back on them and laugh. But there's been people, small number of people who've been very, very loyal from the start. So I've got a couple of loose ideas in mind. Whether it happens in August, with it being the summer holidays, I don't know. Or there's some kind of celebratory camp, invite a select few along, I don't know. We can't invite everyone. It just turned into madness. So yeah, just a thank you to everyone from that era, and anyone new who supports and has followed the trials and tribulations of MCM Outdoors since the channel was created. And we'll see what the future holds. At some point in life again, I will get more free time, and you know, when my personal circumstances change, as they do, kids grow up, I'm not going to say retire, That's a whole other story. Let's not go there. But yeah, at some point I will be getting into the mountains and the outdoors a little bit more. But for now, we'll make the most of this opportunity, take it all in, and get as much footage as we can for people watching at home and hopefully enjoying it. Beer number 2, and my arch nemesis of this spot has just come out. Hideous thing, a violet ground beetle, massive, it's about that big. Got some phone footage and I've just sent it to Wardle. Don't know if anyone's ever seen Creepshow, but the last one with all them hideous cockroaches that are all over the fella just reminds me of that. So this hideous thing just come out, so I'm just keeping an eye out because it's probably going to come back. We're on this, the Heathen. Everyone says, oh, you're just copying. What? I've drunk these in my videos since I've been drinking beer since I could drink beer. As soon as I start making videos, I start drinking cans. But yeah, it's another thing. Everyone just does the same. Get out of the car, walk up a hill, pitch a tent, drink beers, speak to the camera, go home. That's it. What are we doing? It's like we're all mad. Sitting in a tent, talking to a camera on your own with a bit of applewood, smoked cheddar. If no one's had it before, try it. It's a delicacy. A Northern Monk Transient Dry Double Hopped IPA. That's a nice one. This is probably my favourite out of these common supermarket cans. It's got a really nice flavour to it. But yeah, just to wrap this one up, with the talking from me tonight, yeah, I've had a fantastic time. It's going to be a bit of podcast now. I'll bring you a little bit of that atmosphere, and then it's going to be lights out. This rain is set to intensify a bit. It's a lovely relaxing sound, isn't it? The rain on the fly sheet, one of those really relaxing aspects about camping. So yeah, I'll probably speak to you again in the morning, and yeah, we'll see what the weather brings overnight. no trace, just some flattened grass, no pegs, no burnt ground, nothing. Always how it should be. That's it. Yeah, first wild camp in a good long time. Great, good reset. Thanks everyone who watches this. If you don't mind, try and give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and I'll have a think about what we can do maybe for the 10-year anniversary. I'll try and get out as soon as I can. I don't know when that'll be, but like I said yesterday, I appreciate everyone's support. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching and take care.